What is up, guys? Hfmasters here, and today I'm back with another mock review. But this is not a normal mock. This is something bigger than I've made ever before. I've made quite a few animal-like things, like one of the biggest ones, the lion. This is the biggest, though. This is Master's pet. A villain who he has tamed. So you can clearly see he does not look like a normal hero. This guy was a deadly villain that Master tamed. And if you do not know who Master is, well, you'll find out sooner than later. But let's just take a look at this guy. Right away on his side you can see what kind of stuff I did. You can see all the armor here. And on the back here, it kind of seems, for the back, seems quite a bit hollow here, but the back is not the foe. What is the foe? It's the fronts of this gigantic, somewhat heavy beast. If you looked at this tall, powerful, just running at you. Another thing, though, that's funny is the legs. Just take a look at the legs. There's absolutely nothing, really. And there are 4 of these. They hold him up, though. The legs, they work. They may not seem the biggest, they may not seem the strongest, they work though. And another thing, I'm going to show this off so you can see kind of what I did in the inside. I'm going to move this quite a tiny bit so you can see just a small bit of the inside. I used 4 body pieces for this top part. 2 of them were the large ones. 2 were just normal sized with the extra 2 ball joints for extra connecting. And he is just massive. Now, excuse me, I'm struggling to put this back on. Wait just a minute. Alright, so I got that piece on. Back on. Now, there's just one other thing to take a look at besides its tail. The top here. What is this? Why is this here? You can see inside of it. Why did I not do anything about it? You will see why. You will also see why there are some Hero Factory normal just cuts. There are 2 of them. Why are they there? You'll have to see later in the review to find that out. Now, here's the tail. Has a bit of mobility, can move around a little bit. Not too much though. If someone gets behind, he can use this. Just take them down, and that's about it. Really, that's all for this guy. So now let's take a look at Master. Alright, so here is Master, and kind of bear with me, this is a little bit too tall to fit in the frame closer up, so I have to have him back there, so just kind of bear with me. But this is Master, and if you don't know originally who Master is, I will leave a link in the description to the original one, which I made back in the 3.0 days. This is pretty much my self-mock, I guess, if you will. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. So for his arms, if I had more, like, this set, the one thing I found myself very, very much wanting was gold fire cores. I could have used those all over the place, but I only have 2. So I had to figure out where I want to use them, and I had to be 100% sure. So the arms, they're kind of simple, not exactly how I would have done it if I had the correct pieces, but, you know, you have to have what you have. However, for his chest, you can see just kind of this giant structure from just coming up from there to there. That is because it is not just one piece. His chest is like pretty much, it's one of the bigger chest pieces, or the torso pieces, and the standard torso piece with the 2 extra ball joints, kind of so you can put stuff around there. And what I had to do was, basically you can see like a little ball there. Yeah, you can see that good. Yeah, so you can see that's there. That's from the first one. And then I had there's another 2 here, which you can pretty much see how that's extended. And I had to do something there. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, so I took pieces, I angled them. I had to go through multiple kind of ideas with it, and I came up with this, and it just looks actually really cool. I've never done anything along these lines before, and this is the first time I've done something like this, and it probably won't be the last, because the way the whole sculpture of the body comes out is extremely nice. Very happy with how it came out. For the legs, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on them so you can kind of see a little bit better. You can also see the custom feet too. For the legs though, I decided to use these in gold, the brain attack body, and on the back of the legs you can see pretty much you can see with the 3.0 leaf pieces. Sadly, we only have 1 in gold. If we had 2, that would have worked better, but only have 1, so you have to bear with what you have. You can't always get what you want, I guess. And then we have 2 gold, I guess, paw pieces. This was used because I needed something that wasn't too big and wasn't too small that I could use to get this going. And with this, basically, you can probably see with the feet on the legs there how it works out. When I was making this, I just thought the brain attack body was it was shaped so perfectly to allow me to get that extra little bit of gold in there that I really needed there. Just absolutely perfect. Then the back here, you can see the silver. For the feet, it's pretty much like a revamped version of the standard. Oh, hang on. Alright, the feet is pretty much a revamped version of the standard feet that we got in Rocket XL. Pretty much all the other ones, and also a revamped version of the older feet. Well, for the first master I made, I had like a prototype design of exactly what I wanted to do. That didn't work out due to the lack of pieces, so this is pretty much like a revamped version of that. Now that I have the right pieces, I can do that. For his back, you can see just up here how exactly it works. You can see a little black rod sticking out. I'll explain that later. So you can pretty much see how it works. It was a bit of a challenge to get this whole thing covered up and get it covered up nicely. But I think I got the job done, and it works out great. And you might be wondering, Hfmasters, why did you use the Rocket 3.0 head? Well, I want to stay true to the original one. And the original one had the Rocket 3.0 head. So I want to stay true to that, and I want to bring it back and go ahead and use it again. However, I did change it from having a blue head to the white head, mainly because it just looks better with the white head. I probably should have used the white head on the first one, but I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. It was a long time ago. You can also see 2 more gold paw pieces up on his shoulders. Just another nice detail, and always a nice thing. Alright, now, you might be wondering, where's his weapon? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at that now. Alright, so here's his weapon. And basically, as you can see, it's a giant spear. The reason I decided to go with the giant spear was, once again, just kind of staying true to the original. The original just had a giant spear, but it wasn't exactly a giant spear. It was just something quickly thrown together. So I kind of just perfected the whole idea behind that, and I want to kind of stay true to the original design with it, but also kind of perfect it, so this is what I came up with. For the top, you can pretty much see how it is connected. I'm going to have to lift it up a little bit. Yeah, you can see how that's done. And then on the bottom, it's pretty much the same thing. Nothing too complicated here. I just kind of do that. Yeah. It's nothing too complicated, though. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the weapons. Alright, let's go ahead and put this guy on Black Shadow.
Alright, so here is Master and the Shadow Beast. Alright, so as you can tell, we did kind of have to back up a little bit because these two together are just absolutely huge. It was very hard to get this in frame, but I'm going to have to go ahead and turn this around because, yeah, just here, this will work. Yeah. So, alright, maybe it won't work. Alright, so now if you look over here, you'll see the little rod sticking out. I was talking about that earlier. I was saying you'll see later on what the purpose for that is. And the purpose for that is to hold his weapon. You might have already guessed what it was for, but the purpose of that is to hold his weapon. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and let my brother pretty much finish up the rest of this review, because mainly the rest of this will be about the Black Shadow. So, go ahead.
Alright, so, as you can see, I told you, there's a reason why I had that part open. You can easily see, because Master sits there. And the problem with this is that the legs, if they can tilt a bit, and if they tilt, we fall down. But you can see the legs are not as weak as you might have thought. They're really strong. They can hold him. They can hold him. And the hero cuffs here just add for, you know, an extra kind of like riding position. And yeah, he still has his small movement for his head. He doesn't really move his head that much. And that's really it. That's how he looks. Looks very well. I designed this, honestly, to make sure he could fit and just still look menacing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this mock review. I know it was a lot longer than what a normal mock review should have been.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a nice little guess of like 15 minutes.
So, you know, hopefully you guys did stay around for this entire review. But I hope you guys enjoyed this mock review. We will have some more bigger guys coming soon, but we'll probably have the more smaller guys. So, if you liked this mock, go check out some of our other mocks. You may like them, you may not, because of their size. If you do like them, though, just maybe subscribe. Until next time, this is Hfmasters saying goodbye.